know. You never know.
All right, David Olney here. This is You Never Know. It's a great November day out there. Let me see what's going on here. This just in. What happened? What happened? Spoken word poetry fiction event at the Radio Cafe in Nashville last Thursday with Rod Picott, Luke Powers, Rebecca Weiner Tompkins, and Joe Wolf Mazaris. Yeah, that was fun. It's so weird to get on stage and not have a guitar to kind of protect myself from the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. It's just odd to just get up there and it's like I feel like I'm introducing a song, except the song never shows up. I just keep introducing things. But anyway, it was fun. Read a bunch of sonnets. And everybody who read that night was good and interesting. And there was a pretty good crowd there. So there's a kind of an audience for this sort of stuff, which is surprising. Okay, as we enter the winter months, Death Will Not Divide Us, the new music video for this song from this side or the other, is now online at davidolney.com. Okay, Death Will Not Divide Us. I wrote that with, who did I write that with? Abbie. Oh, Abbie Gardner, of course. Who's coming into town. We're going to write some more. It's intense. I guess it's dark in a way, but the video has this Bella Higginbotham, who's this brilliant young, girl just dancing like a maniac and going through graveyards and weird museum-type places. It's kind of abstract, but it's pretty cool, and I hope you take a look at it. Okay. So Thanksgiving's coming up, so go ahead and throw your belt away. Just don't worry about the notches in the belt. Just go ahead and throw it away. Next week, Daniel Seymour joins me for our final road trip of 2018 with shows in the Live Oak Listening Room in Nacogdoches, Texas. That's on November 29th. November 30th, Fort Worth Live in Fort Worth, Texas. Saturday, December 1st, Honey Creek House Concerts, Salina, Texas, north of Dallas. And December 2nd at the Red Dragon Listening Room in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's always a cool gig. They do a really nice job there. All right, Saturday, December 8th is the 13th annual Get Behind the Mule Tom Waits Tribute and Benefit for Second Harvest Food Bank of Middle Tennessee at the Five Spot. And I'm getting geared up for that. Maybe next week, maybe I'll play one of the things I'm going to do at that show. Last show of the year with the band on December 27th at the Station Inn in Nashville, and the Wild Ponies are going to be on that show too. So you can check it all out at davidolney.com. Okay, what else? Look, if any of you have been out at the live shows, the woman that sells the merch, Lucienne, is just a fabulous human being, and it's kind of beyond words. But anyway, she's written a book of haikus that go with these pictures that she's taken. I don't know if that'll come across. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me get one here. Okay, I think you can see that big lightning strike. I don't know how she got that, but I guess you just get lucky with your camera. But anyway, the haiku is lightning streaks above, thunder crashes, explosion, shattering silence. So this is her haiku book, and she's an incredibly interesting woman. And come on out to a show, and meet her, and buy a CD, buy a book of sonnets. Okay, I'm gonna play a song. Okay, this is a song written by Steve Gillette and Tom Campbell, and I actually have met Steve Gillette. I've never met Tom Campbell, but it's called Darcy Farrell. And the first time I heard it, Steve Gillette did it, and he plays guitar. I mean, he flat picks, but he's using his fingers too. It's the most unique guitar playing I've ever seen. And he played the song. It was beautiful. I remember it was in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and we were all the young folk singers showed up at this gig that he did. And this song just slayed us, and we were all trying to figure out how to play it. And his guitar playing is so intricate, I could never get it. You know, and then this is the thing I wanted to get at as soon as I figured Townes Van Zandt did this song, and this blew my mind when he did it. He played it live at some gig. He just simplified the song to it's like basic elements, and it made the song so much more accessible to me. So this is Darcy Farrell. Where the Walker runs down through the Carson Valley plain, there lived a girl, and Darcy Farrow was her name. The daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she, the sweetest flower that bloomed on the range. Her voice was as sweet as the sugar candy, her touch is soft as a bed of goose down, and her eyes shone bright like the pretty lights that shine in the night out of Yarrington town. She was courted by young Vandermeer, and quite handsome was he, or so I hear. Bought her silver rings and lacy things, and she promised him to wed before the snows fell that year. But her pony did stumble, and she did fall. Her dying touched on our hearts one and all. Young Vandy in his pain put a bullet through his brain, and we buried them together before the snows fell that year. Well, they sing of Darcy Farrow, where the Truckee runs through. They sing her name in Virginia City too. At dusty sundown to her name they drink around. And to young Vandy whose love was so true. Truckee runs down through the Carson Valley plain. There lived a girl, and Darcy Farrow was her name. A daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she. The sweetest flower that bloomed on the range. All right, Darcy Farrow, Steve Gillette, Tom Campbell. Through the version I heard that really got me was Townes Van Zandt. It's a beautiful song. I mean, it's like a really first-rate, folk song. Wow. Yeah, so I'll tell you, something I've been thinking about is the concept of fools and foolishness. And it's gotten to where it basically these days means if you're a fool, you're stupid. And that's not the way it always was. Like in medieval times, you had the court jester, and he was the king's fool, like in King Lear. The fool in King Lear is not stupid. It's like being a stand-up comedian, except if you didn't do a good job, you ended up in the dungeon. It's like the stakes were pretty high. And but the idea that these were stupid people, that didn't enter into people's heads. They could be annoying. They could be kind of biting in their humor. But they weren't stupid. That's the idea of a fool being a stupid person, I think, is kind of a new twist on things. And then on the other hand, who cares? All right, so that's what I got. Hope you're doing good. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Throw your belt away.
Is this Newark? You never know. You never know. You never know.